Greetings and welcome to the morning dew. It is indeed a beautiful morning, and we are so happy that we could be with you today morning to share this word with you. We consider it as a privilege to come to you daily morning, every day morning, with a word from heaven. Let me read this verse for you. It's from 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 20, a very familiar verse for us. It says, it starts like this: therefore we are ambassadors of Christ. We have heard many messages about the responsibilities of an ambassador, the responsibilities of someone who lives in another country but represent his parent country. But today, let us look at into a different perspective altogether. Do you know that the place where the ambassador lives, it is called an embassy or a consulate? The place where they live or the place where they set up their office, that compound is considered as a territory, a sovereign territory of the country that he represents. The military or the police or any authorities in the country where they stay, they have no authority. They have no right to enter this territory without their permission. It is considered as a foreign territory within that land. In the same way, the place where you live, where God has placed you, it is your territory. When you exercise dominion, it becomes your territory, and no forces in this world can enter that space without your permission. It is a sovereign territory of the kingdom of heaven, and nothing, no principalities, no powers can enter that unless you allow them to enter. Not just that, when something happens within that, when the enemy tries to even to touch them, there will be a response from the kingdom that they represent, from the country that they represent. For an ambassador, the entire army of the country that he represents is available when he asks for. In the same way, you must understand something. You are not alone. I will give you a perfect example. Saul was going around and persecuting Christians. He was beating them up, killing them. But one day, the king paid him a visit. They were Christians and they had a king. They were part of a kingdom, and the King of Kings paid him a visit, and he was struck down. He became blind. He had no clue who it was. And when he heard the voice, "Why are you persecuting me?" He had no clue that these people were part of a great kingdom, and the King of Kings has paid him a visit because he was killing them. He was disturbing them. You must understand who is backing you up. You have the entire heavenly host, the entire army of heaven at your disposal when you need it. As a king, when you get into trouble, when the enemy comes at you, you have to understand something. The King of Kings will not remain silent. When he sees that you are overwhelmed, the entire army of heaven is available to protect you. They will create a hedge of fire around you that nothing, no one can touch you. You are not alone in the battles. Don't get tired and weary in the battles that you go through. Always remember that there is a heaven that is backing you up, and you have an army backing you up. You are not alone. Keep fighting those battles. Keep pushing forward. Don't be afraid to move forward by seeing the opposition around you. You are much loved. Shalom.